Hello, Fat Grandma here. I'm super annoyed with myself right now because I just spent 20 minutes recording a video of all the stuff I just bought today. And when I went to edit, there was no sound because I forgot to turn my microphone on. So I look like some kind of lunatic. You can't hear, there's no talking. There's no, I couldn't even like record over it just, to point out and talk about the stuff that because I'm blabbing away, using my hands in the background, and it just, uh, anyway, so I'm doing it again. I ran to the post office and I ran to FedEx today because I had a couple sales. I sold two of my fairy bubble writers, and I'll post images real quick up in the corner when I edit this. I sold my fairy clock and a unicorn. So those sold all to the same person, and she wanted to combine everything. Of course, it saves money on shipping, but it was still like $50 to ship everything to her. She's way on the East Coast, and I was very nervous about the fairy clock because the fairy bubble writers, I still have the original boxes they came in with, the foam that goes inside that has a cutout it's made for each specific fairy. So those were safe, relatively safe. But the fairy clock, I did not have the box that she came in. So I made what was essentially a cylinder out of bubble wrap with a floor in it. I'm probably going to make all kinds of noise on my microphone. I put the fairy down in the bubble wrap cylinder, and then I put angel turds, packing peanuts. I loaded it full of those, and I crammed them down in so that all the crevices around, because she had wings and the whole, I'll put a picture up here, or up here in this corner is probably where you're going to see all the things. Anyway, she had wings sticking out the back and her feet, and I didn't want anything to get snapped off. So because of the experience that I had with the mugs and two of them getting destroyed by FedEx, and that happened to be the cheapest one for this product shipment also, so I was very nervous about it. Anyway, got her all packed in there, the packing peanuts down in around her, and then I put bubble wrap over the top. Then I proceeded to put another 2 layers of bubble wrap around her top and another 2 around her bottom, wrap that up over she looked like a mummy, like a big fat mummy. And then I put her in her own box with the crunchy packing paper underneath her, on her sides, and over the top of her. I put the unicorn in with her in its own wrapping. After she was wrapped, I put the unicorn in on top of her, and then I put the packing paper in around both of them. That box barely sealed shut. Then I put that box in another box. I sound like Yzma. But I put that in another box that I had gotten last summer. I got a new computer, and I hung on to the box. I save boxes, like now it's going to be a useful thing since I'm shipping this stuff, but I tend to hang on to boxes that I think I can use for whatever, moving or, now it turns out all my boxes are going to get used to send things, which is fine. I'll get new ones. So I put that box in the computer box. There was still some of the packing foam that they use for your tower. It's kind of rectangle shaped and it's got cutouts and stuff. So I broke a couple pieces off to accommodate the box that I had put the fairy clock in. Got that in there. The other 2 fairies were in their individual boxes. Put those in next to the box that the fairy clock was in. And then I put the packing paper around the sides of the fairy box or the clock and the other 2 fairies. Then I put in I put in the packing paper, and then I put in some of the air pocket things to the point where I could barely get the box closed. So if anything gets broken, it will be because someone at FedEx hates me and they were trying to break stuff because I really packed this carefully. I used so much product packing that clock, and she wasn't even, I think I sold her for $14.99. So I just didn't want her to get broken on the way there. And I couldn't find any comps for her. She wasn't marked. I have no idea who the designer was for that clock. The bubble writers, I think, sold for $39.99 each, which is, you know, a decent price for those. But again, I couldn't find any comps anywhere. I couldn't find a picture of that clock online anywhere. I don't know where it came from. I believe my son or daughter gave it to me for a birthday gift back in my 40s. I'm not even sure, but I don't have anywhere for it now. And since I'm getting rid of all my fairy stuff, it only made sense to get rid of the clock too, because it really just collected dust. Even after I did have it on display many years ago, and the battery died, I never put a new battery in it. I just took the battery out and it just sat there looking like a clock that didn't work. So it wasn't getting used. It was pretty, but it just collected dust, and I don't want to have things that I have to keep clean, so whatever. Anyway, so that's what I was doing, and so I went to FedEx to drop that off. Then I stopped at the post office because I had one small priority box that I needed to drop off for my granddaughter. I got her a shirt for Easter. It's kind of funny. And then I was sending her a couple of things that she left that I had in my possession when they moved to Nebraska. So it's a little, one's an Animal Jam bracelet, and then this little fox thing that we went to I took her to a wildlife rescue place here in I think it was up in Cave Creek, Southwest Wildlife something. Anyway, so she had a little fox on a keychain that was a souvenir from that. So I sent her the t-shirt and those two little things, and I fit everything in a small priority box. And I thought, and I remember putting them in the mailbox before, the priority boxes, if they're the tiny one, you used to be able to just stick them in the mailbox, the blue mailboxes outside the post office. Not anymore. The opening is too small. They made it just small enough that you can't put the priority boxes in there. They probably did that on purpose so that people have to go in and drop them off. But the post office that I went to, that was on my way to FedEx, was packed, and there was like no parking in front, and it's kind of toasty outside today. So I was like, screw this, I'm not going in, and I don't even like that post office. I just happen to be going that way. So I was like, forget it, I'll go to the other post office. It's further away, but it's faster to go in and out of, and there's not any people hardly, and it's just easier. So, but it's dangerous for me to go to the other post office because my thrift store that I love is like a mile from it, and it's on the way to that post office. So it's like a magnet for me. When I can't just drive by without stopping. If they're open, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna look at stuff. So that's what happened today, and I really hope the recording is working this time. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick what I picked up. I only spent $10 because today was dollar day. Because like I said before, one of my other videos, Mondays and Thursdays, it's $1 in this particular thrift shop. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to go faster than I went in the first video that I recorded that had no sound, and hopefully it'll be faster. So these first two things I got were, I don't know if there's any value to these or not, but again, I only paid $1 for everything. So these are the same. Oh, one of them has damage. I just noticed. Oh, this sucks. Okay, well, you guys are getting to see what I'm seeing. His shoulder is messed up. The shirt, let me hold the other one up with it. I'm going to have to just sell the one, or I'll sell both of them, and I'll just point out somebody really, I'll bet there was a sticker. It looks like they had one of their stickers and it peeled the paint off. I'll bet that's what happened, and that's what ruined it. I'm going to find out when I take it off of his ear. If his ear comes off, I'll know. Wait, it's this one. Yeah, the one that already has damage, the sticker is kind of on his ear. The stickers, that's the only thing with this particular thrift store. The only problem I have with them at all is the stickers that they stick on everything. These things are like super glue to try and get off. My index fingernails are like nubs because I use this finger to scrape the stickers off so that I don't damage anything, and so it I don't have to file this finger. Anyway, well, that sucks because I thought I'd gotten a pair of these glasses, but this one is kind of ruined. That sucks that that's damaged. Oh well, there's nothing I can do about it now. It's part of what happens because, I thought I looked them over really well, and even when I did the last video that the sound wasn't working, I looked at both of them and I didn't notice that the shirt was messed up on this one. So, oh well, part of the deal. But I'll still take photos, and I'll check eBay if they're worth anything. I'll go ahead and list them together, but this will pretty much just be a freebie, and this one will have a price on it. So I'll just include the one for free because it's ruined. I may say something to them next time I go in and just ask them when they're putting stickers on stuff. Can they instruct their little helpers not to put the stickers on an actual image, because that happens, hopefully it doesn't happen to this one. Okay, so this next thing is just a fun coffee mug. It's Bedrock City, Grand Canyon, Arizona. This is an actual place, or it used to be. I don't even know if it's still there. When I was a kid, I think when I was a kid, we went there. We went to the Grand Canyon one time when I was a kid. We went to the Grand Canyon. We went to, what is my camera doing? I think it's trying to focus. Anyway, you can see this mug is in really good shape. I don't know if it's new or if it's old. It is marked, but I can't read that because there was a sticker on there, and I'm going to have to use alcohol to clean that off so I can see what it says on the sticker, or what it says on the marking. Anyway, this place used to be up by the Grand Canyon. You could stop there. It's kind of like a little roadside, if my memory serves me right, and I could be completely wrong and having a false memory or something from my childhood, but if I remember correctly, it kind of just looks like a Flintstones roadside stop, and I think they had like a gift shop, and maybe they had snacks and stuff like that. I don't remember exactly, but this mug came from there, if the place even still exists. So I'm going to look up prices and comps for all of this stuff after. I did not use Google Lens when I went to Source today, when I went picking. I just wanted to see how my intuition was working when it comes to different things that I picked up. So we'll see if I was on target or not, or if some stuff's just, no good, and if some stuff turns out to be really worth, But again, everything was $1. Like, I spent $10 on all the stuff that I'm going to show you guys. So even if some of it isn't worth anything, it's okay. Just a couple bucks, whatever. If this isn't worth anything and there's no comps for this, I'll throw it up on eBay for like $4.99 plus shipping, or $3.99 plus shipping, and just to get rid of it. And somebody will want this stupid thing because they'll remember, like I did, that, oh hey, I went there when I was a kid, or whatever, So it might be fun for someone to have that. I'm putting everything back here so that it doesn't get beat up, hopefully. All right, this I thought was cute. It's a Hallmark. It's got Hallmark on the bottom of it. So it's a Hallmark. I can't read. I think it says made in Thailand. I do better once I get the camera and I take pictures of everything, because then I can see the stamps on the bottom of things better. But it's just a watering can coffee mug. And, it's not actually a water can. It just looks like one. But I thought it was really cute. It's got flowers on both sides. And there's one of the stickers from the thrift store. Yeah, I'm gonna ask them about these stickers because, oh, that one came, see, that one came off really easy, but it's newer. You can tell it's a newer sticker. This one has been on here for a while. It's kind of faded, and it's going to be a nightmare to get off, and hopefully it doesn't peel off any of the paint from this image. It doesn't look like it's going to. See, this thumbnail is shot, and this index finger, because those are the ones that I use for picking the labels off from my thrift store. Yeah, see, it's got paper and stuff. But I can use a little bit of alcohol or hand sanitizer and a paper towel and just rub that right off. So that one should clean up real easy. But anyway, I thought it was super cute, and I don't know if it's worth anything, but I will put something up in the corner to let you guys know if I find any comps or any solds. When I'm done with this, you'll have to excuse that I keep turning it around, but I have to put this stuff somewhere, so it's behind me. And at some point I'm going to make a video about my living situation right now. I have boxes. You can't see. That's why my videos are always dark, because I'm not finished. I'm trying to get this room organized. I don't have very much space. I have under 400 square feet, probably closer to 300 square feet that I'm living in right now. And I don't have anywhere else other than the garage for things. And I don't want to keep stuff in the garage because it gets really hot out there during the summer. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know that I don't handle the heat very well. So if I don't have to go out to the garage to get anything, that will make me happier. Plus, my mother has a new cat. Well, he's not new now, but he's the newest cat. Lives in the laundry room, which is the way I go to get out to the garage. So if he's locked up for the day or the night, because he's young and he's a monster and he won't let her sleep, so he stays in the laundry room at night when she's sleeping, and in the afternoon she puts him in there for a nap like he's a baby. Anyway, yeah, I never know when I'm going to be able to get in the garage, so it's just better if I have most of my stuff in here with me. So I've got to get everything very organized before you guys are going to see any lighting behind me. You know, my videos are going to just kind of look dark like this, and you'll see some boxes and stuff, but you're not going to see a lot of my surroundings because it's a mess in here, and that's just kind of how it is for now. All right, so this is the next thing I found. This tall mug. I don't know. I haven't measured anything yet. Like I said, I haven't looked anything up, but it's a tall mug, and it's got this... there's a glare from my light. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but I just thought this was really pretty. And it does have marking on the bottom of it, and there's another horror sticker. Yeah, it's really stuck. It's an old one. If they've been on for more than a couple months, then they're pain to get off, so I'll have to pick at that and get that off of there. And it says Old English Staffordshire, I don't know if that says manor, or I'll have to really zoom in on that with Chandelier House of Gifts, Central City, Colorado. Made in Staffordshire, England. Imported for Chandelier House of Gifts. Okay, so this is someplace in Colorado, but it was made in England. So anyway, thought it was pretty. It was the only one, so I grabbed it. $1. And again, there's probably no comps for it, so I'll have to guess on what to charge for it. This I thought was just a really nice big bowl. It kind of looks like stoneware. And it just says be thankful, and it's got pumpkins, so has kind of a fall theme. Same thing on the other side. And it is marked. It's made in China. So I will see if I can find comps for this. It's very, oh, and again, all of this stuff, everything that I checked with the exception of that the glasses with the Coca-Cola polar bear on them, everything else I've gone over, looked at, and I didn't see any chips or cracks or anything. So everything looks to be in really good shape. So I hope that continues to be the case. I'm going to have to give everything another good once-over because I missed that with that polar bear. I don't know. Oh, that's frustrating. between that and me making this video 2 times, today's been woohoo. Okay, so this is the last drinking kind of thing that I picked up. It's just an Arizona mug with Native American dancers on it. This kind of stuff is popular with people from the Midwest and back east. They seem to like these kind of things. So I thought I would pick it up. Nothing on the bottom of it. Doesn't say where it was made or who made it. But for $1, I figured someone will probably want this because a lot of people collect Native American stuff. So somebody might want this. Somebody who's a visitor. We get a lot of people that come in the fall and stay here through the winter. So snowbirds, we get loaded with them. Some of them are starting to stay all year, which is kind of disconcerting because it used to get really, when I was in college here, it used to get super packed during fall and winter and spring, but then it would kind of clear out a little bit because everybody that was here from everywhere else would leave and go home, you know, during the summer months and during the warmer months, and they don't do that anymore. A lot of them are sticking around, so it's just more congested than it even was, and there's so many people here now. It's so different than it was when I was growing up here. And I'm a 4th generation native. I was born here, and going back 3 generations, I have great-grandparents that were born here. 2 of them. So I think 2. I know 1 for sure, but I think there was a second great-grandparent that was born here. So, I don't know. Things have changed a lot since I was born, and not for the better at all. And I just want to get out of Phoenix. I hate it. Between the heat and just all of the people, I really want to be in Payson. That's like my dream place to go, is just end up in Payson. I don't care if I have to live in a box. Well, I mean, I do. I don't want to live in a box, but you know what I mean. If it's small, that's fine. For the past year, I've been living in like 300 square feet. I think I could live in a 1-bedroom or a studio, as long as I have room for all my eBay stuff, you know, like a place to put it or whatever. If I get a 1-bedroom, you know, I don't have a lot of furniture anymore. I got rid of a lot of stuff when I moved, and I'll be getting rid of more stuff while I'm living here and while I'm doing my eBay stuff, because I'm going to start doing Facebook Marketplace too. And oh, that's another thing. I sold a portable, it wasn't an air conditioner, it was a cooler. And I'd purchased it on Amazon like 1.5 years, 2 years ago. Never used it because I ended up buying an actual air conditioner, portable AC unit, because a cooler doesn't work unless there's no humidity, because it uses water over some things on the back of it, coils or whatever, and so it wouldn't work with any humidity. So I went ahead and paid, I don't know, like $400 for an air conditioner. But I've had that cooler sitting around not doing anything, and I bought it on Amazon, and it was one of those kind that, because it had been beat up from, somebody ordered it and they shipped it back, but they didn't put the packing stuff in with it. You can tell because it was beat up on the front a little bit, had some scratches, but it still worked. So I sold it on Facebook Marketplace for $40. I paid a lot more for it than that, but I just wanted to get rid of it, and that sold this week, so that was a good thing. The next thing is this serving dish, but I don't think anybody would actually use this, but I thought this was very pretty, and I have no idea if it's actually worth anything. Again, I haven't checked any of this stuff. It is marked, but I cannot tell what on earth that is. So I'm going to have to give a go at it with my camera and see if I can make out anything on that marking so that I can figure out what this is, or if there's another one listed, or if one has sold on eBay or elsewhere online. But I just thought this was really pretty. Cabin by the lake in the winter. So there's that. And there's only 2 more things. This I thought was so pretty. And this isn't supposed to be on it. Somebody was obviously using this for a wall decoration. I went over this thing with a fine-tooth comb, did not find any chips or cracks. I just thought this was really pretty. I don't have any idea how old it is, when it was made, where it was made, any of that. There is a marking on the back of it, but I can't read it. I'll get a good look at it and put whatever information I find up here in the corner. If there's any comps, you know, any others that are available for sale, or if there's any that have sold in the last 6 months, I'll put that up on the screen, let you know what I find out. But I just thought it was very pretty. So hopefully it's worth something. And the last item is this tray, serving tray. I don't know if you guys can see this. Thought it was very pretty. And it also, this is marked, I think it says Portugal on it. Hand painted, something made in Portugal. Salustro, and it's got a number too. So I don't know if that's going to give it any value. I will find out when I start searching eBay and just online in general if I don't find anything on eBay for comps. But I thought it was very pretty. And this one also appears to be in perfect condition. Like there's no chips, it's not missing any paint anywhere, and there's no stickers on this one. So I got away with no stickers on that one. So I got all of that stuff for $10 today because it was Monday, and it's dollars on dollar day on Mondays and Thursdays. So I did leave a tip because it's a charity thrift store, and I always feel kind of guilty because I'm getting this stuff for so cheap. So I do a tip when I leave and when I check out. And so when I edit this, I will go through on eBay and search for all of these items, and if there are comps, some others that are listed, or if there are any solds, I'll put it up in the corner up here. I can't point today. I'll put it up here in the corner, hopefully, so that you guys can see if anything I got was worth anything. And I will talk to you guys later. Hope you have a good week. It's Monday, so we have a whole week ahead, and about halfway through April. Oh, next weekend is Easter, so if I don't do any more videos, happy Easter to everyone. I hope you guys have some good family time, and enjoy your egg hunts if you have little ones. Take care. See you next time.